So today I'm behind the wheel of the 2022 Toyota RAV4 Adventure, and I'm going to take some time to go through the interior of this thing. So starting as I normally do from left to right, over on the left you've got your window switches, you've got your door locks, you've got your rear mirror adjust. Up here you got your door latch, you've got a kind of a grippy driver door handle. Features JBL speakers, which are better seen on the A-pillar, the branding right there. Right here you have a nice little wallet-sized cubby hole, and below that you have a lighting adjust for the gauge cluster, automatic headlights, rain sensing wipers, the heated steering wheel, as well as the rear hatch release located right here. Moving to the gauge cluster, it is a digital display in the center with analog gauges to the left and to the right. So over on the left you've got the tach, on the right you've got kind of a split between the fuel gauge and the engine temp or the oil temp gauge as well. You have in the middle many options that can be adjusted through. So right now I kind of have it on a screen that showcases where the power is going to each wheel. But there's multiple pages. You can see them across the bottom, so you got 6 of them. So starting over to the left, you've got a distance to empty and an eco monitor as well, some driver assistance settings, whatever media you're listening to. Currently I have it off. Then you have a driver information screen. So starting at the top, you got trip distance, you've got the tire pressures for all 4 corners, and then this is that screen I kind of like to leave it on. And you got a settings screen, which you can turn off all of these settings, and then a message screen as well. So like I said, I like to leave it on this screen. And the information is covered up by a arch of the miles per hour of the vehicle. Times top right, odometer down low, temperature outside, and what gear you're in right here. As well as it will drastically change depending on what drive mode you're in. So right now this is normal. This is the eco color scheme, normal, sport, you got mud and sand, you got the color scheme for rock. Pushing again gets me back to normal. So how I was adjusting between different pages was this over here on the left. So I can cycle between the 6 different pages, and once I'm on a page, up and down will get me between different options on that page. Below that, you've got volume control, you got a talk button, you got phone, you got a back button. Over on the right, you've got different driver assist, lane assist, your cruise control settings, mode, and the tuner for the radio as well. Give you a better look at the steering wheel. The engine start stop button is located behind the steering wheel. And then we have the navigation display. So this is the home page of the navigation screen. You can customize each bubble to your liking. This is the menu screen. So these are the main bubbles that you have. So you got audio, phone, apps, projection for Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. You got info, showcasing the ecos, basically stats of the vehicle, and setup. You can adjust the vehicle to your liking. General information, your Bluetooth. Currently there's no phone added. Audio settings, phone settings, things like that. And then you also have quick buttons to get to locations. So audio, map, you can kind of jump right into that. Volume control, kind of a grippy knob on the left. Tuner scroll is a grippy knob on the right. You got the JBL branding down low. See track, phone, and apps buttons located over on the right. You've got 2 vents around the hazard button, and then going down you've got your HVAC controls. So you got 2 big grippy knobs over on the left, auto and off, as well as controlling the temperature, same as on the right, but it's sync and AC, and controls the temperature for the passenger. And you've got your normal HVAC controls, fan button in the middle, everything else you've come to know in any vehicle you've ever driven. Below that, you've got the traction control off switch, and then you have the high and low settings for the heated seats for the driver and the passenger, and then you got a blank button over on the right as well. Tucked below that, you've got an interesting orange color scheme surrounding the cubby hole space you have right here. So then you also have smoker's plug, and then a USB port hidden right here. This is what I use to kind of connect to my Android Auto. Coming back from that, you've got your parking brake latch located right here. Then you've got the good old hold button, which will save your right foot if you are in traffic. Push this down. With your foot on the brake, you can release your foot off the brake. The vehicle will hold in a braking setting for you. And then you can push this again and you can go on your way. Behind that is all of the drive mode switches. So this is where you can go between eco, normal, sport, and then this knob will go between mud and sand and rock and dirt. So just push the buttons, and then the knob, and as pushing down on this will also kick you into normal. You also have a snow mode and hill descent button as well. Then you've got the gear lever. So you've got park, reverse, neutral, and drive. When you hit it and drive, you can knock it over and you can select your own gears. All the way up to 8. Put it in park for safety. Behind that, you've got that color scheme that you had with the little tray up front. Orange color, which goes around 2 cup holders. You got your armrest, which reveals some USB-C plugs. That's pretty good amount of space. Over on the passenger side, you've got this cool cubbyhole space, which below it is the glove box. Features RAV4 branding on the speaker, and then give you another look at that JBL speaker on the A-pillar of the passenger side. Passenger door. Some more of that orange color scheme on the seats for the front and the rear. The front section gets a sunroof. All the sunroof controls located up top, as well as a sunglass holder. But that is pretty much the interior of the 2022 Toyota RAV4 Adventure. If there is a feature I didn't go in depth enough on, leave some questions in the comments below, and I'd love to find you an answer. And if I can't, I will point you in some direction of an answer. Thanks for watching.